think the Lord every day of my life, cause I know that it no sin. I keep on ballin' like John Giannis, I live my life up at the rim. Yeah, Kobe, harder, yeah. I shoot the club like a skating ring, let's roll harder.
What's happening, baby? BackBayBetting coming to you live. NFL Week 14. We are here. No college football this week. Bowls will start on the 23rd, I believe. So, in the meantime, we got the NFL coming to you live Week 14, like I said. To recap last week, championship weekend, Georgia minus the 17.5. Less cash. The dogs, the number one team in the country, they wreaked havoc against LSU. Gave us a little scare at the end, but they covered the game by 20. Night game, North Carolina plus the 7.5. Clemson looked like they were a college football playoff team. They killed North Carolina. So we go 1-1 in NFL and college championship weekend. Hey, 1-1, we'll take that. Moving on to the NFL Week 13 to review the Giants plus the 2.5 and the under 40.5. That tie saved us. They had 26 points at halftime. It looked like we were dead to rights, but guess what? A tie, 20-20. Giants plus 2.5. Cash that and cash the under. I've been telling y'all all year 40.5 is a under number. Monday night, the game was at 40.5, 16-17. Hey, you do the math, under 40.5. We cashed also San Francisco, giving up the 4 points to Miami. Rolled them. I told you San Francisco's defense was legit. They are the real deal. 7 points given up in the last, I don't know how many quarters. In the second half, they shut people down. Oakland and Las Vegas over the 50.5. Oakland had a chance to cover that over easily. They did not kick the field goal because it went down to 49.5 for the game. They did not kick that field goal, so they ended at 47, and nobody seemed to score at the end of the game. I do not know what happened with the Chargers, but they could not get it done. So, let's move on to NFL Week 14. I like Detroit at 12 o'clock, giving up the 2 points. That is a trap game against Minnesota. I think Detroit, Jared Goff, that high-powered offense gets it done. Something is fishy about that. Why is Detroit the favorite? I don't know. They're at home. I feel like Detroit against the spread. They are 5-0 against the spread their last 5 games. 4-0 outright. They have the 5th highest scoring offense and the last defensively points given up and yards given up. So I will be on the over as well. 51.5, Detroit and Minnesota going over 51.5. And I will also be on Detroit. I love it. I love Jared Goff and that offense. St. Brown's getting it done. Swift getting it done. Give me the Lions giving up the 2 points against Minnesota. Moving on to 3 o'clock. Give me Seattle giving up the 3.5 to Carolina in that QB carousel. Geno Smith and Seattle are the real deal scoring them points. I feel like they can get it done going into Carolina, giving up 3.5. Hey, let's just stay on the hot hand. Geno Smith is rolling. Lockett is rolling. The running backs are beat up a little bit, but I still think they can beat Carolina by 3.5. So I will be on Seattle, giving up the 3.5. Last pick of the NFL Week 14, I like Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes and that high-powered offense, giving up the 9 points to Denver. Denver has not done anything. They are not scoring enough points to keep up with Kansas City and Andy Reid and that high-powered offense. So, Kansas City -9 going up against Denver. This is a light slate this week. I understand that. If you haven't been following BackBayBetting on Twitter and Facebook, we posting college basketball picks because we've been touching them up. I'm checking my scores right now because we rolling. Everybody's looking good. College basketball is in. Stay tuned every single day. Chuck went 2-2 last week. He had gave you Akron plus the 11 against Buffalo. Buffalo barely skated away, but the 11 points was good, so let's cash that. He gave USC minus 2.5. Utah all over USC. Like I said at the beginning of the year, Utah is a much better team at the end of the year. They are legit. They can score points. USC, they swept them this year. He gave TCU minus 2.5. K-State all over them. We had K-State that other week. Like we said, K-State with that quarterback is a much better team, but that backup showed up. TCU does not get it done, but they still make the playoffs. So congratulations to TCU. They are in the top 4. It will be TCU, Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan. So that's the top 4 playoffs. Those are the New Year's games, New Year's Bowls, whatever have you. And he gave Toledo over Ohio. Toledo punished Ohio. They have the best facilities in the MAC. Toledo should be doing that every year. It's no excuse for them not to win the MAC every single year. They have the best facilities. They have the best transfer portal that money can buy within the MAC. So Toledo covers. Chuck goes 2-2 on the week. Chuck, nothing but NFL this week. He gives Cincinnati giving up the 5.5 against Deshaun Watson and Cleveland. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon is back. Hey, I like Cincinnati as well. He also gives Kansas City first half minus 4.5 against Denver. He's on the same side as me. He just thinks Kansas City's going to cover it at the halftime. I like Kansas City for the game. Hey, both of us could be right. And lastly, the Sunday nighter against Miami, giving up the 3 points to the Chargers. The Chargers are playing good football. They couldn't cover against Oakland last week. Miami couldn't cover against San Francisco. Somebody has to make it happen. So he likes Tua in that high-powered offense with Waddle, Tyreek Hill, everybody scoring some points, giving up the 3 points against a sucky Chargers defense. That is all the picks for NFL Week 14. It is a short show this week. I am glad you all are tuned in. Please. Oh, bonus pick. So, Navy is playing Army this week. Navy is playing Army this week with an over and under of 32.5. I ain't scared of the under. Bonus pick, I'm jumping on the under on Navy and Army. Under 32.5. I like it to go under. Service Academy unders are my thing. I love playing them. So as a bonus pick, I will jump on the under 32.5. And if you had to put a gun to my head and twist my arm, I guess I'll play Army. I don't really know. I love the under though. Not really sure about Army, but I'm going to be on the under heavy Saturday. Sunday, you got the picks, like I said, to review. Detroit -2 going up against Minnesota. Minnesota and Detroit going over 51.5. Kansas City -9 against Denver. And Seattle -3.5 against Carolina. And the QB carousel over there. Remember, follow BackBayBetting on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We are on all social medias. We are doing it up, posting our daily picks. We got college basketball. It is rolling, and I'm sitting here looking at my picks right now. Everything is looking good. Follow us. BackBayBetting. Keep it simple. Let's get paid.
Skating ring, let's roll harder.